I don't want to get copyrighted. Wait. Given and due to the fact that the last couple of times I've had music, they've been copyrighted claimed. Days almighty, how bad does my hair look? Golly, that's what happens when your hair has character, right? This is going to be the one video that finally sets me on track fully to uploading weekly throughout the entire year. Angie, go over there for a little bit. You'll be used for a later point, possibly, depending. Two days. We are going to engage with a great mountain, an unseen hurdle in my life. Something that should have been tackled years ago, but given that at the time I wasn't prepared, I face it now. To those friends of mine that seem hesitant, that Angie, go over there. God, you gonna make me use my fucking grown dad voice at you. Go over there, man. Go in the goddamn grass. Go in the grass. Go in the grass. Go lay down over there for a little bit. God, don't make me fucking anger myself. Go to the grass. Go to the grass. Go over the fucking grass. Sit right there for a little bit. Go to the grass. Go on the grass. Right there. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Sit there. Sit. Good girl. Now get up. And I say I'm ready for kids. Golly, what an embarrassing display. Two questions to propose to yourself daily, as I have been doing for the past second, what are we on? The 26th. For the past 24 days, what did you do right? What will you do differently? Self-reflect. Asking yourself these questions. Who is what did you do right? What would you do differently? Reflecting on all the good days and all the bad days. Within every bad situation, seeing the good in it. Damn, I didn't have a good start to my day. But it's not about how you start the day, it's about how you finish it. When you start imagining, telling yourself, seeing a version of yourself that nobody else sees but you, over time, you begin to believe it. Let me get an accurate date so I could be honest with you guys. This is going to be very, very... Shut up, Instagram. Where is it? Just to give you guys an accurate days. Oh Lord Almighty! Now I gotta look through all this. No. No. There you go. Holy shit. December 27th, 2025. I was gonna do some real dumb action. One that would have been life altering for me because there would have been no coming back. Given that I still wanted better for myself, but a part of me wanted to let go, I brought along a companion that I knew I couldn't just leave out in the confusion and do such a thing too. That night, I was given a second chance via the inability to go through with it. Self-admittedly. Past that, I seen a flaw in my way of thinking, my way of living, my way of associating. To be that person for somebody else, to everyone but me, was wrong. I began telling myself different on bad days, constantly. Even though I didn't feel it, I tell myself, I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. To where even on days where it didn't feel like I was having it, I felt it. True. To others' possible disbelief, to their intuition, oftentimes things that should have affected me a lot greater didn't. There's a story that I came across that really impacted me, because I see it in some people. Some people that, if I'm being all honest, are bright, have great ideas, but because they entrust more in their doubt versus their vision, they don't go through with it. And they rob themselves of what could be easy access to the life that they want to achieve. An elephant, quite literally, big, powerful creature. When it's young and it's put in chains and cuffs, has an inability to break free from it. These same cuffs over time, as they get older, get replaced to ones that still fit, right? When you're young, you don't have the strength to break away from it, because you're not strong enough. You don't have the ability to do so because you haven't been taught so yet. This elephant, the moment it gets bigger and has the ability to do so, in terms of break free from the very bonds that was put onto it as an adolescent, it doesn't. Why? Well, it grows comfortable with the way that it's always been brought up, the way of living. It's not up until this elephant comes across another elephant that chose otherwise, questioned its current circumstances. Why should I continue to live like this when this is not how I want to live? A lot of the elephants, still bounded by the chains from an adolescent to adult now, see this one elephant that has broken free look at him and they think, why would you do that? The other elephant looks at the group of elephants that are still bound by these chains and doesn't outright question them, except to those that approach it, and tells those who are willing and able, without hostility, attack. Why do you continue to still do that? I don't know. I mean, it's all I've ever known since I was younger. I'm quite comfortable with it, and it's I've never looked past what life might be if I was able to unbind myself from these chains. If you want to start to see true change, motherfucker, I ain't bringing. Oh no, I did. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. To start dedicating yourself, if you don't like where it is that you're living in terms of current circumstances, you gotta question yourself. Is it something that you want to continue day by day? Or do you really want to see change? Me, for the first time around 3 days ago, for the first time, I was able, 2 days ago, I was able to complete my first list of goals that I wanted to achieve. Have a great day. First thing in the morning, boom, I already knocked it off. Read, Think, and Grow Rich. Journal about what do you want to become. Work out, clean room. Read Becoming Supernatural. Build workout routine. Take Angie out. Journal, reflect. Get yourself a treat. Only if you finish everything. The thing that's scary about the current trajectory is that it'll put you through what might be very much a questionable path that'll challenge you and ask you how bad do you want it. For me, it became a thing to where I could look at what other people are doing, what I'm currently doing, and realize this isn't what I want to do for life. A lot of people might be like, well, if you're not going to do this, what are you going to do? I know what I want to do, and that's not be here. I'm working towards this life that I want to achieve, but I also realize that if I continue to stay in this current environment, I can't ever see that version of myself. Such a pathway, such a trajectory in life requires that you cut out certain habits. You begin to build a routine. You begin to rebuild the foundation that you stand on. Think upon that how it is that you will. But you'll realize that within the moment you begin to truly chase after this version of yourself that it is that you want for yourself, there will be those people that, for one, will support you, and the others that question you. And the moment they won't understand, you have to realize that within this life, there will be those people that will be an example of what it is that you can become and those of who you will become. You have to be able to discern who it is these people are, because the moment that you don't and you let so much time fly, You just don't know when your last day will be. Through these books that I've read, I've become to find out more and more myself. Through, I want to say, hours and hours and hours and hours of seminars, reprogramming the subconscious mind, the way of thinking, I've come to realize that I've begun to disconnect from people in ways that almost depress me. Not that I want to disconnect, but oftentimes I've come to realize that my values have changed so drastically that I'm like, I don't relate. And that's not outright to hate, but it's just like, well, god fucking damn. Previously, to go out to drink would be in my best interest, but now I don't hold that same interest like I once used to. It used to be in my interest to sit down and game for hours. For the life of me, I can't even fucking sit down and play my mobile games to where it's just like, what am I doing? I know it seems like I look distressed, but it's just, I wouldn't call it like a mental breakdown, but it's just like, well, fucking hell, man, this is the philosophical, religious, and even universal way of living a life. I'm beginning to see the connection. They all have their own trajectory in terms of way of belief and certain way of going about their analogies, their information, their wisdom. Once you start to be able to connect the dots and how it is that they connect, right? And they do connect. It changes everything to it runs you mad. At least it's been running me mad. I come across certain ideals, certain quotes that just, for the life of me, make sense, but it also doesn't make sense. Where's this fucking booklet? I'm gonna show you guys what it is that I'm talking about. Mama huevo. Here it is. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequencies of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. Since I stumbled across that, I don't connect it to manifestation, but manifestation, quantum physics, and just overall delusional way of thinking, to me at least, it's starting to make sense, where I could see a connection, though clearly far fucking off. It begins to, like, for me at least, make so much sense that it's just like, god damn, oh my fucking god. You don't realize how achievable what it is that you want is until you start to realize that the people that already have achieved it are doing something that you haven't even begun to practice. Because while it's so simple, it seems almost stupid. Here's gonna be quite literally the last thing that I paint towards you guys. I'm not gonna edit this video, I'm not gonna cut anything out. watch it however you please, make it be background noise. I don't care for it, because this is going to be something that's one done, upload, and boom. Socrates, however you want to pronounce it, had a student, and correct me in the comments if you will, that approached him about a desire to want to learn more without the knowledge of how to do so. Okay, you want to learn more? Socrates asked the student. Of course, I do want it. I wouldn't want anything else. I'll show you how it is that you can achieve it. Follow me. The student follows Socrates to essentially body of water, a river, lake, whatever it was, the ocean. I can't remember what it was. Socrates grabs the student, begins to drown him. What the fuck is he doing? Have you gone mad? What the fuck are you doing? Eventually, after a point in time, Socrates makes sure not to drown this student. Pulls him out. How did you feel? What was the one thing that you thought about in that moment? The urge to breathe. You were drowning me. What else am I supposed to expect? What else am I supposed to think? Exactly. The moment that you begin to think upon what it is that you want, you shall achieve it. You will become it. In the same way how the student, when being drowned, couldn't stop but think of air, if you apply that to the one thing that you want in life, only then will you achieve it. Call me delusional, call me crazy. But so far, within, I would like to say about close to 20 hours of watching seminars of like-minded people, not that I'm looking for these like-minded people, but in terms of their definition of success and how it is that they've achieved it, they all say the same thing, just differently. When you write down what it is that you want, you're most likely to do it. When you think about what it is that you want to achieve, you become it. When it is what it is that you want to achieve becomes the only thing you think about, eventually you find that you become it. March 28th, 2026. It's currently 6:48. And drastic changes are quite literally happening within mind, within environment, within decision, within people, within activities that I'm taking up. 2-3 months ago I wasn't doing this. About a year ago I wasn't doing this. At the start of the year I wasn't doing this. For as bad as corny as it sounds, the moment that the universe chooses you to achieve what it is that you want, to become that version of yourself that you want, do you trust in your vision, or do you trust more so in your doubts? know that you will receive many chances, but many chances don't come often. So, in the moment where you want to win X amount of money, $125,000, $175,000, $1 million, you have to realize that it's very much achievable, but you have to look at the source of why it isn't happening. No, it's not your parents. No, it's not your friends. No, it's not where it is that you grew up from. But close your eyes, look in here, or look in the mirror and realize that the one person that doesn't allow for great change to happen is you. Sure, you may have all these lists of why it isn't happening. I broke my bone. Oh my God, I got fucked over by a teacher. They implemented a fucking doubt within me that they told me I couldn't achieve anything. Okay, they might be a part of that list of why it is things aren't going your way, but you have to also realize that within this list you have to include yourself. You you allow these people to corrupt how it is that you perceive yourself. This is a funny one that they mentioned within one of the seminars, right? About excuses why things aren't going good. They mentioned, man, it's raining. It's not a good day to go out and put in the work that I need to build the life that I want. It's what a poor person would say. I wouldn't say a corrupted way of thinking, but it's a way of thinking. I will label it to the offense of many people, possibly. Go ahead and just flame the fuck out of me in the comment section. But a successful person thinks to themselves, wow, what a great opportunity to go out and continue through sunshine, through the rain, through the hail, through the winter, through the storm, to still go out and continue to try. Right? Bad days, crappy weather days aren't something that are just gifted to the poor only. You have to realize that while it does rain, there's bad days for the poor people. Those same bad days also happen to the rich people. So what's the real difference? No real fucking difference. I sound like a mad fucking man, man. It's been something that's been bothering the F out of me. I won't curse because I don't know how many kids are watching this, and if I've already cursed and you're watching this and you're a minor, high school, don't do what I'm doing in terms of cursing. Use other language, other profanities that are more appropriate, that make you look better, because even within me in this video and cursing, it doesn't look good. Do realize that in a moment's notice, when you have enough reasons, only then will you finally go out and achieve what it is that you want. When you have enough reasons, you create a desire, which the desire eventually fuels and motivates you to create change. It can fucking happen. Literally today. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen a week from now. It happens a year from now. But you have to seek out those that have already done it. This has been Ventura. And I hope and I wish all of you do realize that gold, in terms of way of living, way of thinking, way of being, sits within you. But you also have to reflect upon a lot of the decisions you made upon the past to become that better version of you that you dream of. What it is that you want to achieve, if you're truly dedicated, if you're truly, and I mean truly honest about it, and you really want to see it through, write it down. Continuously remind yourself, look at it, okay, I need to do this, boom, boom, boom. Create a routine that holds you accountable to building slowly, even if it's by 0.5%. Build yourself up to eventually become that version of yourself that a year from now, when you look back, you'll be like, well, fucking hell, oh my god, I did all this. The way that you're living doesn't have to be that way it is forever. You just have to look deep inside and realize that when you have enough reasons, only then will true change happen. Peace.